my lovelies, it's Woo here, and today I just wanted to actually bring in a couple of props. I have a foam roller and just some pillows off my bed. And today the reason I'm going to use these things is to kind of show you, again, with intuitive movement, this somatic navigation that we're kind of going through is all about kind of using the things around you and then also listening to your body and what it wants. So again, today I kind of want to talk a little bit more on that, the gut, the self-esteem stuff. So this channel that's running right through here, and kind of talk a little bit about once you can start in any position, and so it doesn't really matter like if you're standing, you're sitting, doesn't matter if you have this prop or that prop, or if you're just laying in your bed. Like you can start with all of this stuff that I'm teaching you. You can start anywhere. You can do this at work, like while you're sitting in a chair, while you're at your standing desk, while you're on the sidelines, if that's where your job is. So it just you can do this wherever, and you don't even have to spend a whole lot of time on it. It can be just a few moments. Like all my videos are under 15 minutes, so just taking this time to kind of like set it aside for you, or like just while you're watching something or doing something, just kind of listening to your body and letting it kind of move in the way that it wants to move, to help you unlock that fascia and get it so it's a little bit more flexible, a little bit more smooth, so that it's not so tight and so tense and causing you pain and issues and like restrictions, and makes you but you want to be more flexible. So like when you're more flexible, you move better and you feel better, and that's also going to help your self-esteem as well. So again, kind of hitting the self-esteem hard this week. We're working on that solar plexus chakra, your yellow one. It's the one that's right here. It's the one that's connected to your stomach, your spleen and pancreas, and kind of these are the things that like affect your self-esteem. So these are the emotions that are making you feel bad about yourself, or it's the ones that makes you feel disgusted, or like you just can't stomach something. And that's what we want to work on. We want to open those things up so that you can release it and let it go. Earlier this week I also showed you a point on your wrist that so you have these points in your wrists right here that also correlate with different, it's a pulse point, and it correlates with the different organ systems. And so again, we're working this week on the one on, this is my right hand, and you're going to put 3 fingers on, then you're going to take 2 off, so you're going to leave that middle finger on, and then put that on your forehead, and then breathe through when you're feeling that low self-esteem emotion, or feeling like you just can't stomach this. I use it when I have an upset stomach. So if I've eaten something that like doesn't agree with me, and I'm feeling like really like gross and like I want to throw up, or like I'm just not feeling very good, so then I just do that again. It's the middle one, so 3 fingers on, 2 fingers off. It's that middle one. It's this yellow channel. And again on your forehead, because you want to hit up these 2 meridian points and connect that together to help you process the emotion and let it flow through your body. So all of this, everything that I'm talking about, is a way to get you to feel better, to learn more about yourself, and to hopefully make you feel like you can go out and attack the day. This solar plex also is about feeling powerful, and feeling like feeling joyful, and feeling like you have a place and you know where that place is. And so that's kind of what we're working on this week. So again, we're going to try to open up right through here. There are other ways to do this. There's other like these meridians go all throughout your body. You can look up meridians and look up specific ones online if you want to know exactly where they run and where they go through. Yeah, Google's great for that. Just look up those pictures. So I have a foam roller, and then I've also got some pillows. So you might not have a foam roller, but you hopefully have some pillows, or you have some blankets or something like that that you can kind of use. And these are just starting off points. You don't have to do this to open up these meridians, or you don't have to use something like this to be able to do that. Obviously, I've showed you a couple of other things earlier in the week, but this is just kind of expanding on that, making it a little bit more, giving you more options. Like, there's so many ways to do everything, and I think that's one thing that I'm trying to help you realize, is that there's so many ways to get to the same point, and just listening to your body is going to help you get there. And like, if you don't necessarily feel like exactly what I'm saying is right for you, but maybe some of it is, you might listen to the stuff that you feel like makes you feel like it's right and it's correct, and you might just like let go of the rest of the stuff because you might not feel like it's important, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't resonate with you. That's fine. You also might like decide that whatever I'm saying is just not right, and find somebody else that has the stuff that you feels right for you. This is all about listening to your body and feeling like and just empowering yourself and to trust yourself. So on that note, I'm going to kind of show you a way to, again, you want to open up kind of right through this area. So if you lay on your foam roller and kind of relax backwards and just allow, you might put your hands above your head and just kind of allow yourself to relax. And then you might intuitively move to one side or the other. Like if I move this way or if I move this way, it does, like this way feels much more looser. Doesn't feel like there's anything going on. But if I move this way, I can notice that there is, my rib cage is slightly rotated back like this. So there's something in my spine that is making it rotate back like this. So I can feel those ribs are kind of a little bit more tighter. It's a little bit more prominent when I roll over and put more pressure this way. So again, if I roll this way, I'm feeling more pressure than when I go this way. Again, it's not uncomfortable. It's just kind of an awareness. And what I'm doing is just listening to my body. Like, this way feels like, oh, I could just do this all day and it's not going to really be too productive, but it feels good. So I might do this, and I might like just let it go and see, what am I stretching? And then but I also might explore this way and see what happens, and like if I roll this way more, what happens more, and just kind of feeling through that. You can have your arms down here. You can help like prop yourself up a little bit. You can put your arms behind your back. You can rotate towards your arms versus rotating your legs, and that's a foam roller, and that's kind of like how you can use that to open up those things. And then here I just have a bunch of pillows, and I'm just going to relax back onto the pillows and see. And this is different. This one, whereas the foam roller was a little bit more, like it's obviously harder, pillows are softer. This one's going to allow me to, whereas maybe I wasn't able to relax as much as I could on the pillows. So like changing it up, using different things. So now if I do this, like what happens if I roll this way and I feel like it feels different when I roll this way from the pillows to the foam roller. And if I just allow myself to relax and kind of feel this out, and I go this way again. So now with the pillows, it actually feels like I'm getting more of a stretch through here. If I roll this way, I might just put my hands behind my head and see what that opens up. Whether my knees are bent or straight is also going to make a difference. And then kind of just moving through something. So like right now I'm feeling like this side of my gut is slightly more restricted. So I might at least put up this arm to see what I can do through here. And then I might roll over and see how that feels. it feels like there's a connection from my arm all the way down to my hip. And now I'm just kind of rolling, feeling what happens when I move. And now I'm rotating my legs a little bit more. Let's scoot back so you can see that a little bit better. So like back here, letting this fall, then I'm rotating my legs a little bit. And now I'm noticing that there's, in my low back, there's a little bit more, I'm feeling some tension, but it actually feels relieving. So I'm going to let it kind of move a little bit more. Again, as long as the stuff feels good, that you're headed in the right direction, your body is like, oh yeah, this is great. But if it feels like you're doing something that is going to be harmful, you want to stop and you want to go back the other way because you don't want to actually hurt yourself. And again, while you're doing all of this, you might feel some different things shift. You might notice the fascia loosen up. You might notice that you might hear some pops or some clicks, and as long as that feels relieving, that's a good thing. You don't want to push something to the point where it feels like you're harming yourself, though. So keep that in mind. Again, what we're working on this week is self-esteem. So what I want to tell you is that I value you, and I hope that you value yourself, and that I accept you exactly the way you are, and I hope that you can accept yourself exactly the way you are as well. No matter what you've done in your past, no matter what you're doing, if you can get to a place where you feel just accept the things that happened and the decisions that you've made or the decisions that were made for you, and then be able to move on from there. Obviously, there's some things that like you might not want to accept completely because you might want to take further action for, but accepting the thing that happened, but still realizing that sometimes you still have to fight for something different. You fight for the change that you want. That is important, but accepting things exactly how they happen, exactly where it happened and what happened, and what shaped you is important, because you can't really go back and change the past. And but what you can change is the way that you feel about it, and how you can also change that is by changing what you do with that going forward. So making the decisions to change things, again, thinking about what you're putting into your body, and this is not just like the food that you're consuming, it's like it's everything in the atmosphere, so it's everything in your environment, so all the pollution, all the other things like that, like making sure that you have clean water so that you're not like consuming something that you shouldn't be, or making sure that you buy things that are good for you and that it's not going to irritate your gut, and also like the things that you watch also change the way that you feel about things, and it also changes you as a person. So watching things in a way that isn't going to maybe alter who you are, but maybe it is going to alter who you are, but watching things that you feel like are going to be helpful and useful for you versus things that are just like making you feel worse about yourself. So kind of with all that in mind, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. And again, remember that you can do this wherever. Like, it can be even while you're brushing your teeth. Like, you might, have like that few minutes there while you're brushing your teeth that you can work on some heel pain by just kind of feeling into that, moving the tension around, and listening to your body on what feels good and what doesn't. And listen to pain. Pain is telling you that this is not good. So again, my YouTube, Somato Enlightenment, my YouTube channel, my Facebook and Instagram are all Somato Enlightenment. Please follow me and share my videos on there, and we will see you next time.